Stacy's back with us now, and she has something exciting to show us. It is her new book, Your Better Instincts. This book really taps into something we can all relate to. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Like, we were all hanging out on our butts, and you were writing a whole book during this pandemic. So incredible. Tell us a little bit about it.
I was also hanging out on my butt, but I was typing into a computer at the same time, so it has been an incredible journey. The book is was about 3 years of work. The first half of the book is theory and personal stories, and where I talk about basically health, movement, happiness. And the premise of the book is that we have all this information in our lives. We know how to eat healthy. We know that we should be moving. There's a million books out there on happiness. But why is it not happening?
Right.
And why are we not doing it? And I've worked in this industry for, a big chunk of my life, probably 30 some years. And I was really trying to tap into what motivates us. Why do we do the things we do? And then it dawned on me, it's instincts. And a lot of our drive comes from instincts, and that's what my research showed me. And so the book discusses all of our instincts. And then it talks about when we understand them, we're able to use them and develop them so that they become almost like human superpowers.
See, I like the idea of that, because you start with the premise that they are innate. It's in you, right?
It is.
And I think that it is difficult to tune into that, even though we all have the hardware. And somebody that I feel has always been very tuned into her gut is you, T. You've always been very, I just feel like, or I get the, like, I'm thinking that, and it's like you don't have any scientific evidence. No. You don't need it. So
No.
talk to me a little bit about that. How do you tap into your gut and allow that to lead you?
I've always had that internal alarm, and I think, like you said, we all have it. I've had it my whole life, but a lot of times I ignored it, right? And then when you ignore it, I always regret it later. So as I got older, I started to listen to it. I've got a lot better at it now. So whenever I get that little feeling that's going off and I'm like, I'm going to listen to it. And what I've also learned is just to stop talking to other people about it.
Yes.
Because what they will do is they will bring rationale to it, and they will reason you away out of thinking what you're thinking, or feeling, I should say, feeling what you're feeling. So you'll think, okay, I guess they're right, or maybe it's fear, or I don't know. And so they kind of talk you out of feeling what you're feeling, and you're like, no, I should have just went with my gut. I should have went with my instinct. So I have a question for you. How can you decipher the difference between your instinct and fear?
Good question.
That's such a good question. And what you just explained is exactly where we want to get to with the book. And we want to be able to understand. So the title of the book is Your Better Instincts. We have all kinds of instincts. We have instincts for survival. We have instincts for connection. We have instincts for movement. And what Tracy is talking about is a bit of an instinct for survival. And when you understand more, where does it come from? Then you're able to make a good decision within yourself. Okay, yes, this is the instinct that I should follow because it helps my health, it helps me be happier. And when you realize that some of them are just pure fear and it's maybe an overload of adrenaline, you might not make the best decision. So that's how you balance the two. And the book does talk about, the more you understand them, the more you can use them. And they're very quick, wonderful things when we understand how to use them properly.
So it's almost like exercising. You have to exercise that muscle of tuning in and listening and categorizing. Oh no, I'm scared. Oh no, I need to go in this direction.
You got it.
Really interesting. Okay, the second part of the book has interviews, and oh my goodness, you got to speak with Chris Hadfield and Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson from Rush. And you know what? We talked as well. So I'm in the book as well. We had a really nice long conversation, a Zoom conversation during the pandemic. But talk to me a little bit about the interview process. What was that like for you?
The interviews were beyond amazing. And if we picture the pandemic and how we were all dying to connect with other people, I had pictured the interviews ahead of time that it was like this, or, I was going to have this Oprah moment where I'd sit down and I'd film everything, and I got to be with these amazing people. That didn't work. A lot were on Zoom, but it was the highlight of the whole book. And when we talk about people that understand their instincts, these high performers, yourself and Geddy Lee, and I had a bunch of top athletes tell me, you know, their advice. The high performers have figured this out.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't know why or how, it's just come to them. Chris Hadfield was beyond amazing in that there was just so much intensity. He's accomplished so many things. He made me feel like my whole life I've just been standing still doing nothing.
Slacker.
It totally made me feel like a slacker. And then yours was lovely because we know each other and we're friends, and we were able to get a little more emotional and talk about some of the stresses from the pandemic and Black Lives Matter and all these really important things that are also kind of instinctual.
Yes.
I think it really made us go back to a life of, you know, here's what we enjoy, here's what we need to do.
Absolutely. There's something about moments of almost like fight or flight that get you to tune in really quickly to your instincts. So I loved talking with you about this. Your Better Instincts is available now, and guess what? We've got copies to give away to some lucky viewers. So go to cityline.tv for your chance to win. Good luck, and a huge congratulations to you, Stacy. Like, our experts are such superstars. I'm in awe of all of you. So fantastic.